Hey everybody, welcome to Farming Simulator 25, Zielonka Hard Start Challenge. So it's January again, and in November the poplar fields synced up, and I harvested them both. And now that it's January, I'm gonna sell this stuff and get ready for rice production. Well, not production. Get ready to grow rice. So farmland 9 is 166.80. I've got 166, and then I think those guys in the those bales I've got will get me to. I need to get a plow because I want to extend that field a little bit. Maybe I need to get the rice planter and the rice harvester, and then I need to get to work. Um, I don't know if I actually need the plow or whether I can worry about that later, because this might be. Let's visit this farmland here. All right, so my um that's a decent sized rice field, honestly. And we could bring. Okay, there's a creek running right through here. That's not as good as I had hoped. We don't own that farmhouse over there. And that property, oh man, that property is actually pretty expensive for some reason. 893,000, which seems pretty weird since it's the standard cut and paste Zielonka farmhouse on a little bit of land. Like literally just we've got that and that. Delete that if we were to buy this, but it's really not that much land. I mean, its best feature is that it's flat, and its actual field cannot be as big as number nine's field. So I feel like I could take all of this. I could take a chunk of it and put a farmhouse and some grain silos on it. Or maybe over here, maybe I can get a little bridge going. I think maybe over here would be a better option. I could turn all of that into field. And then yes, we'd need to get a bridge. I don't know if there is such a thing as a bridge. Let's find out. I know there are in other places, but oh yeah, I've got the ramp mod. Farmhouses, no. How about decoration? Sculpting, painting, trees, plants, fences, lights, others. Uh, I don't know. I don't see a bridge here. What is that? A farm barn. Well, that's a cool barn. Decoration. What do we got here? What are you? You're just I have no idea what that is. Huh. Well, that's a nifty decoration. I don't see any. I guess maybe it was a board. I don't see any bridges yet. So maybe we're waiting for something along, uh, waiting for a mod for bridge probably. But in the meantime, I'll just drive over the creek. I mean, it's not actually that hard to do. So we will want to plow if we can afford it, but the key things will be the rice paddy and the equipment to make it. Now, it may take a little bit longer, but I've got several months. It may take a little bit longer because the rice paddy is going to cost 1,500 plus a whole lot. I don't know exactly how much, but it's going to cost quite a bit to turn this into a rice paddy. And hopefully it doesn't mess up the land height too much. I'm not sure how it's going to handle this. It could raise the entire thing up from here, or it could sink this down. I'm not entirely sure what it'll do there. But finding perfectly flat land anywhere is not an easy thing to do. So, I mean, I guess I could look around and see if there are other fields that are more amenable. Oh, this guy might work. I wonder what the actual... Alright, so that guy's only 77, which is weird. Let's see it. Looks like it's probably a little bit bigger. Okay, well, 32 is still on the not quite flat side of things. That's all hilly up there. I remember messing with that stuff already. 38, still hilly. Too expensive. Too expensive. Doable. I mean, actually, for 146, we could actually buy the house. But even that's on a hill. Although that might actually be workable. Assuming it either lifts up one side or the other. I'm not sure how it would do that. Whether it would level out from here or not. Now, if we look at that again. That is a lot of land. There's room for another field, or actually probably more likely more farm buildings. So let's think about that one. Even this guy has got some slope to him. I think I will actually take off for a bit and do some experimentation in a throwaway game. Find out what happens when you turn, say, number 9 into a rice paddy. Because I still like number 9. So I don't understand why 7 is 800,000 or 900,000 basically, whereas all the land around it is less by a lot. But I will be right back, and I will have an answer to my question. All right, after a bunch of research, or not research, but going in and testing it and making fields, um, and trying out various things, number 9 made like a, I don't know, a 6 foot high wall around almost its entire zone. Um, Number 45 wouldn't even create a rice field because there was too great of a height difference, quote unquote. Number 52, while flatter, is too long. They can't go that far. Um, Number 87, I decided was too far down south away from everything else. And number six is just this field here. It's a decent size. And it's got this space along here, which happens to fit a shed, so that'll be good. Um, Possibly even a grain silo. And it doesn't do a bad job of like, yeah, there's a lip, but there's always a lip. But it's not that bad of a lip, if you know what I'm saying. So, um, so number 6 it is. So I'm gonna pick that up right now, and it's also a lot cheaper than 9 was. And yeah, so yeah, you can't even buy some of these things. So we're gonna buy number 6 next, and that's that. And we have and it wasn't that expensive on the rice field either. So installing the rice field. Oh, oh, all right. Okay, so I'm gonna put the rice field down. Um, let's see, what was it? Right, productions, cultivation. So I'm gonna start here. And we're gonna finish. Right, so yeah, it actually is like a reverse lip, and that works out well for me. I'm happy with that. We got our field entrance here, and possibly another one over there. Not gonna be too terrible. And we have a field, and it cost us about 17,000 or so to create that. So that's good. Then January is not the month. So we have until April to acquire all the other stuff we need. I am going to buy a shed, though, to keep our equipment in, I think. Maybe? Maybe a shed. There's room here for a shed. Although if I do it in the wrong place, like if I do it right here, then I'm really crimping the style of anything wide that wants to come through there. So if I put a shed here, what kind of sheds can we even afford, right? Like, that's only 10 grand. That's only 10 grand. That is big, and that's too big when it comes down to it. Yeah, we can't actually make a shed, or at least a shed that size. Now we could do this. This is reminiscent of the one on Hunan that holds the lantern, but it's actually not the shed that we need. We need to get growing those oh, there was a tiny little overlaps with another object. Okay, well, we need to get, I wonder what the other object is. It must be the field. Hmm. Alright, well, maybe I buy another small field here. I don't know if there are any small fields right around here, but we need a space. Okay, that was 74. What about 5? 5 is cheap enough and gives me that whole area over there. Yeah, so we're going to buy 5 as well. Because that gives me all of this. And that is what we need for the greenhouse and the shed. Alright, well, before we build that, let's go sell all of these guys. Alright. So let's get our greenhouse. Greenhouse can go, I think we have pretty close to right up to about here. Figuring that out might be a good thing to do. But I have terraform and landscape anywhere, which means that I could landscape it anywhere. One of the strategies for figuring out where exactly your land stops is to paint there. But right. So greenhouse for rice saplings. Is that the only rice sapling greenhouse? I think so. Yeah, there's only one rice sapling greenhouse, and it's that one. So if we put that right there, the saplings are going to propagate down here, kind of towards the road. Right. That lined up there. Yeah, that seems pretty good. We're gonna still need to figure out water on that. It would be nice to have a shed to store our rice gear in. Let's look at the sale real quick just to make sure. Yeah. Oh, we're also gonna need a trailer. But about time we had some decent buildings. That could probably... What do you collide with? Okay, well that could probably be a decent... building, but what if it's not? I know this holds... I know that holds the harvester, but not the planter, because that's one of the default buildings on Hunan. This guy would hold everything I own and then some. This would be not bad. A nice shed. Yeah, alright, so we need the equipment. And we need to get water. So, yeah, right. Rice planter. Nothing. Buy that. All right. And rice harvester. Wow, we are pushing the edge. But let's buy it while we have the money, so we're not sitting there scrambling to figure out how to buy it. And then our greenhouses are going to have to do the job. It would have been nice to have the flat spot on that's down here on the other end, but that is what it is. Is there any close water that's actually on the map? I guess down to 21? It's down by that big plant down there. Okay, well, we've got the saplings going. We've got to get probably our other greenhouses. No, they're looking pretty good. But one thing we got to do is get the cultivator over there. We're gonna need that over there. Way more than we're gonna need it over here if we ever need it over here again. So that's something we can definitely do. Maybe we put poplar in over there. Poplar actually is pretty cheap. I guess for some quick money, I could go do a wood transport or even a cultivation contract. Let's see what's available since we're out and about. We've got some time till the end of the day. Yeah, cultivating. Very, very low end, but alright, well, we'll take that one on 13 since it's right over by the new field. It's right over by the rice operation. Maybe I should just turn that other one into a rice field as well. Just keep the rice stuff there and the other stuff over here, rice over there, poplar over here. We could set up a whole network of little specialized enclaves. There we go. I knew I was going to knock that sign down. Glad I didn't drag it into the street or something, though. This one here is not terrible either. Number 10. I think that was expensive, though, because it was so huge. It's only 143. It gives you all that. There must be something wrong with that land. I mean, yeah, it's got the creek on it. So it's a little bit expensive for a piece of farmland. But I don't see why that would be that. So we'll stick this. Yeah, I think we might just turn that into a rice field as well. I think if I do it right, this will remain flat mostly, and this might get a little bit of a lip. But this here is our contract, so we're just gonna get to it. We are now, well, a little bit richer from greenhouse sales that happened during that time, but also a little bit richer from a contract. Now I can afford to buy some fertilizer and get that field fertilized. Whoa, I thought the bridge went the other way. We'll just surf across that. Right, so if we look at soil, I don't need fertilizer on these two. If I had bought 9, I would have needed to fertilize it, but one more time. But that's good. And then over here, these guys need to be fertilized one more time, but I gotta let that stew until February at least. Then I can fertilize them. In the meantime, we need to get a grain bin of some sort, either like a mobile storage, like a mother bin, or a big trailer or something. I'm not sure how much rice I'm going to get out of this field yet, but it would be nice to have an idea of that. Um, and then, yeah, I think we'll extend this field and then turn that into rice as well. So if we look at the price of plows, well, first we look at that possibility. We look at the price of plows. Uh, somewhere. The cheapest plow on the market at 1.2 meters is 14,000. We go up 2 grand, we get quite a bit of an extension. Okay, so I have until April to get a plow if I want to be able to plant that rice field the same as the other one. Hopefully I will get enough saplings by then to be able to do it. I can't, as far as I know, I could be wrong, but as far as I know, I need to cause, I need to have this be cultivated before I can install the rice field. I know it has to be cultivated um, to be flooded as well. So this cultivator is going to be a definite thing to use. Right. So I'm gonna do that as rice as well. I guess I just need to wait, although I will need the fertilization over here, the fertilization tool over here to hit the new piece of field that I create when I do that. But for now, I think we're good. So have a good day and thanks for watching.